few things I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure if anybody follows Karen. Kayla's friend Karen. It was nice, wasn't it? I don't know if anybody follows her, but I kind of wanted to get her in here if we could. Because, and also maybe, yeah, KB. She thinks we have nothing to do with our lives other than this, which honestly, we all have lives. We have men, we have jobs, we have everything. We're just trying to protect people from going into this blindly and giving their Social Security and disability money to somebody that is begging. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know. And let's see, who else was there? Sharni Princess Girl, or what, Princess Sharni Girl, or whatever her name was. She came at me sideways in one of my posts. I know. Did you happen to see the comment left on my YouTube video, Maddie? You live in PA, right? I am. About her subclinic. Let me see if I can do this. See if I can figure out how to do this again. I happened to find it accidentally the other day when I needed to leave. Would be in my filters, they said. I wish I was better at this. Something about her subclinic being raided, and she ran out the door. I don't know if that was true. But I'd love to know who said that, and I'd love to know if it was true. I'm supposed to encourage you to share the live so we can get more people in here. Anybody want to come up? She was schmoozing Karen pretty hard the other night about the party. Yeah, I did too. Hi, Em. Hey, Carrie. I hope we get to hear from you today. I really want the ex-mods to come up today. I really want you guys to share some of your experiences. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, something maybe local, maybe somebody local knows something. That's why I was asking you. I don't know. It was on my post where it was on like 2 posts down. Somebody said something. Playbook, AI. So anyway, you want to come up? Where'd she go? Carrie, you want to come up? Anybody want to come up? Maddie, you want to come up? Want to share some of your experiences? I think you used to work with her, right? Adventurous, do you want to come up? Oh, good. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hi. You want to come up, Maddie? You can come up. Don't be shy. We're just friends here. We'd love to hear from you. I can hear you,
Oh, okay, good. Good. So the recent thing with Misty and the dog food, um, that really got to me because she did that with me, and I know she did that with another mod who used to get it. She would say that Shadow had no food, he only had enough food for the rest of the day or enough for tomorrow, and that was it. But I was looking back at my orders for her, and back in 2024, I ordered her an 18-pound bag of dog food like on December 23rd. Then I ordered it again January. Oh no, then sorry, before that it was November 17th of 2024. Then I ordered it again for her on December 23rd of 2024. Then I ordered it again for her on January 7th and again on January 26th. Um, there's no way that Shadow went through 18 pounds of dog food within like weeks of each order. Um, it just, it's just, I feel stupid now looking back and believing that, he was out of food and he didn't have anything. Um, I ordered more food for Shadow than I did for Skipper. And Skipper's food was only 9-pound bag, and I only ordered Skipper food um, twice actually. Um, but Shadows was one, two, three, four times for 18 bags. So, um, but each time was the same thing that she did with Misty. Oh, when she was talking about what they don't have, what food they don't have, and everything, it would always be Shadow has no food, Skipper has no food, or Shadow has no food. Um, and how much food does he have? Does he not enough for the day? Oh, he has enough for tomorrow or this and that. The exact same thing that she did with Misty, she did with me. And here I was ordering her 18-pound bags of dog food. So, and then not realizing also that somebody else had ordered her dog food. And one time I had ordered her the food, and then it had been posted. I'm not quite sure if it was on Reddit or where it was, but there was a picture that someone had taken in her old house, and on top of her one of the kitchen cabinets, she had a bag of dog food, and it wasn't the one I ordered because I had just ordered it. So,
go figure, huh?
yeah.
The lies she tells are crazy. They're just unbelievable. Everybody, and I don't understand. Everybody believes everything she says. Why is that? This woman has been a known liar for years. And I understand before you came along, hardly anybody knew who she was. She got 11.3K followers from buying them. She really did. She didn't get 11K followers from posting Get Ready with me every day, every single day. Come on.
No, and
This
you
is
can
her
prove that.
content for years. Hi, Hunter.
You can prove that she bought those followers because no matter what time of day that she goes live, um, especially on a weekend, if you had 11.3 followers, you would have a minimum of at least 100 people in your live. If you have that many followers, 50 people. She has at most 15 people. Um, and that doesn't balance out. That's like Kayla math. It doesn't balance out. And then she goes and she puts up these ranting posts that I'm going to block people, I'm going to block people, but the numbers remain the same.
Oh, they do. They
And
do.
she's not blocking anybody, but it's just a rant, because that number never changes ever.
I'd love to know from other people how you came across her. Like how long you've been following her and how you found her.
With me, it was back in 2024. I happened to be just scrolling through, and
Want to come up on it?
she appeared, and I had read her bio. I believe she was on a live, and I had read her bio, and it said that she was a recovering addict. And then, I watched for a little bit, and she had Riley, and it just reminded me of my late cousin, and I wanted to, I don't know, to be supportive and encouraging, and just be kind of someone in her corner. So that's how I got it. Um, and then at that time, though, she had no mods. It was shortly after that myself and another person became mods, and then it was just he and I, just the two of us, for quite some time. Um, she had no subscribers at that time. I subscribed, and I was one of her subscribers. Um, but she, I, that's I believed everything she said, um, because she reminded me a lot of things that she said that she was going through, or struggles that she was dealing with, were similar to a degree to what my cousin had gone through or had struggled with. Um, but it really wasn't until, honestly, the Thanksgiving incident that I began to kind of start questioning things, and starting to see, um, a few cracks and things, and seeing things that I didn't like. Um, but she, one of her biggest things is, say a prayer, please say a prayer, say prayers, we need prayers. Um, I will admit that's a big pull for me, because when someone says that, I generally, well, with she's the exception now, I genuinely believe that there's a reason why you're asking for that. There's something dire going on. There's a very serious situation. There's something important going on, because you don't throw it around. At least I don't throw that around. To, if someone could say a prayer for me, or I'll say a prayer for you. I don't just throw that around. Um, it has to be a situation that somebody's ill, or somebody's going through an extremely difficult time emotionally or mentally, or a relationship, breakup, or financial, something like that. But it's not, hers don't fit my categories for that. Um, Hers are used, in my opinion, to manipulate. Because a lot of the times it used to be a lot of Riley. Please say a prayer for Riley. Please say a prayer for Riley. Riley's this, Riley's that. But there would never be a follow up to whatever it was that Riley was experiencing. And so when she says those things, or she posts something in her profile picture, prayers or God or something, it's just her biggest pull to get you in.
It is. It is. I see it. I see it. She's really pulling at Karen's heartstrings right now, and I thought Karen lives closer to her, but honestly, I'm starting to think she lives on West Coast. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I was
I don't
listening
know.
to her live the other day. I'm thinking she lives on the other, in maybe California. I don't know. But Karen, it sounded like Karen's in the hospital. That's what I thought she said too. And it sounded like she said she was in the hospital or going for an MRI or something, or they came to get her for an MRI. Karen has an issue, obviously, probably disability as well. And, she's going to be given her money. And that bothers me. She's preying on these people that get Social Security and disability and I don't understand how this is okay. I don't understand how her mind is working that this is okay to do. Did
Well,
you see that back the other night? That was crazy.
it was insane. But I will say that um
Okay, thanks, Hunter.
she used to get me as well because
Come back.
uh, it would be her text messages, her personal messages to me, sounded so desperate, and such, and she was in despair,
Mhm.
um, and I, again, I'm believing at this point everything that she's saying because in my mind, I would never have imagined somebody using Riley or some kind of personal issue to ask for stuff. But her messages were desperate. And like I was her only hope. I was her only help. Um, and again, always in the back of my mind was, well, I remember my cousin struggling for things. I remember my cousin, needing help with things. So maybe this is like that. So, I don't want to, not help someone who's trying to help themselves. Um, so I would send her money. I would send her the cash apps and then I would send her the grocery orders. Um, because she has a way of the words, I have no one else. You're my only person. You're my last resort. Somebody said they were going to help when they never did. They never followed through. I thought we were friends. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. It was always like I felt guilty if I wasn't able to help. And I don't like that feeling. So I would help her. So it's not what she says most on live, it's what she says off of live that really would pull me in. It's those messages of desperation. Um, it's those messages of I don't know what to do. Arian won't let me do this. Shadow this. It was always something dire. And if I didn't help, it was like they wouldn't eat or they wouldn't have medication for Riley, or it was so that's how I got pulled in a lot was off of luck. But again, now not realizing that she was sending the same messages with the same um, dire desperation to somebody else.
Right.
So now she's got my 20, 40, whatever dollars in her Cash App, and someone else has done the same. So um, it's very she, you know, and I had told her many times that she reminded me of my late cousin and situation, um, and I wanted to make sure that you know I did everything I could to make her be to get to the point where my cousin was, where my cousin was starting to thrive and do well, and she was getting her kids back, and everything was working out, and I wanted to be part of that for Kayla. But looking back, I think that that was always in the back of her mind, and I think that she used that.
Because Kayla didn't even want to be part of that. She didn't want her kids back. You know?
You know, we I always wanted, and I would tell her, I just want the best for you. I want, when she would be complaining about Aaron, I would, say that you need to leave. I wanted what was best for her and Riley. I wanted, because at that time it was just towards the beginning, and I was believing, oh, maybe Aaron's isn't, an a-hole. Maybe he is a jerk.
Right.
But I was pushed her when I first joined. She didn't have a showcase yet. Then she got a showcase, and then it disappeared for a bit. I encouraged her in messages to get that going. I encouraged her to reach out to TikTok. I pushed her to get that, up and running again. I, told her, I gave her some advice, like make some videos on these, get these done. So I really wanted the best for her, believing that that's what she wanted as well. So finding out, but now in 2025, that everything that I believed, everything that she told me, everything that I shared with her for my personal life, everything on her end was a lie. And everything that I shared with her, she just didn't care, but she cared when it was necessary to care. She cared when it would somehow benefit her, somehow, if that makes sense. Where she would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, say a prayer for Emily's dad or Emily's mom or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, it'd be like, do you have anything to help me with food or this and that? So here I am like, oh, well, here's somebody who's always asking about my dad, always asking about my parents, and that's so important to me. I'm sure as hell going to help you. But she never did genuinely care. It was just part of her way to get me in. And she's so good at that.
Yeah, exactly. She's very good at manipulating to get what she wants. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, sorry, I had to mute myself. My son started freaking out as soon as I joined.
That's all right. Your kids are adorable.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was, Maddie. And you know what, Maddie, too? Aaron doesn't seem like he's a bad guy. When I first saw him and, all these Reddit posts about how abusive he is, I never got that impression from him because he's always the one cooking and taking care of Riley and doing everything.
You know what I see? You know what I see from Aaron? I don't think he's abusive. I think he's more playful than abusive.
I agree, Kylie.
I do
I
not
feel
like
like
the
his
time when
vibes
he
come
had
off more as playful.
Riley naked, though. Remember that?
He used to be like, honestly, there would be times where he would be in a live, and we would rather prefer hear Aaron's stories because he always had a story to tell of something that they did. We would rather listen to Aaron's storytelling, as we would call it, than her, because he was entertaining. So no, and as I said in the other live, the only time that I saw Aaron be firm and like don't mess around with what I'm saying was the time when he told her not to mention Lily or Matthew. Other than that, he was just loud, trying to be affectionate with her. He was always wanting to be around her. He seemed like he was very like touchy-feely, like almost like, hey, just give me a little bit of something. But she was always pushing him away. But Aaron was actually very entertaining.
See, that's what I thought too. I didn't get the impression that he was abusive or she was in some sort of danger. I never thought that. You can tell. You can tell when somebody's, in a DV situation.
He's not from, and again, I'm only going from what I saw in the lives that I was in, he was never like that. But here's the other part where you can't forget that Kayla would make these faces to the camera and then wait till Erin would leave the room or she would go in another room and she would start with like, it's always like this. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh. Like, I can never do this. I can never get this. He won't let me do this. He won't let me do that. It was when he wasn't around that she began like the whole, I'm stuck inside this house and he won't let me do anything or go anywhere. Um so but she never said that when he was around.
Imagine that. Sorry, guys. I'm having issues with my phone charging. I need a better charger.
I never understand why she'd get on live and prop her phone up and not say nothing.
Oh my God! Right? How fun is that?
Like we don't want to stare at you.
I remember when
I've been blocked for a while.
6-week intermission. She came back and she said nothing. She came back and she sat in her room and said nothing. Like, what are you doing? What is this? What are you doing? Why would you go live and say nothing? Like, is this like a punishment for people? I don't understand. What are you doing?
Well, it's because, and again, I'm sorry if this sounds mean. She has no content. She has no content. She has really nothing to offer to pull you in. It's almost like you're drawn in because you're like, what is it going to be today, or what story is it going to be now? But aside from Riley and the awareness page, she really doesn't talk about anything at all.
Nothing.
There's
We
no
are the
substance.
content.
Yeah, there's no substance that you can participate in. And now with the awareness page getting larger and larger and people, starting to listen and see, people are now not taking the bait that she's throwing out, the hate bait. She's throwing things out. She's throwing lines out to try to get somebody to bite back and be like, oh my God, how dare they do that? They're not doing that as much now. No. They still are, some people. But if people aren't biting back like they were, let's say 2 months ago, she has nothing. So it's just kind of a watch of let me take a look at Shadow. Let me take a look at Riley. Let me kind of make sure that they're okay. I think that people tune in a lot to make sure that Riley and Shadow are okay.
I think that's exactly why people tune in. They're checking on the baby. They're checking on the dog. That's what it is. That's why a lot of us are there, right? Uh-oh. What happened? Kylie got disconnected. Emily, are you okay?
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, it's KB commented on your post that you made, one of the satire posts, and I commented, I replied to it, but I guess my response was too long, so it doesn't show.
No, it doesn't show. And I don't know if mine does. Does mine show to you?
I didn't see yours when I last checked, and I think that was last night. I didn't see yours. But Karen's comment shows that she's just going by what she's being told. She's just going by what Kayla's saying and believing Kayla. And I did that as well because, again, she'd cry the desperation in her messages. You just wouldn't think that someone is making this up. But, you know, none of what I've said is a lie. Because Kayla has, I'm sure, watched the awareness things. She's heard what I've said. She hasn't rebutted anything that I've said. And the only reason that is, well, the sole reason is because everything I've said to her, I've said in the mods chat, it's all true. So she can't come and say, oh, Emily's exaggerating, Emily's this, Emily's that. Nope. I was always very open. In the live, I was very open with her. I was very open in the mods chat. So there's no exaggeration. There's nothing. This is just my experience with her. And I had told her when I first left, I had said to her, whatever you do, keep my name out, and I will keep your name out. And I'm good this way. But then she went on the live, and it was brought to my attention that she had been bad-mouthing me on a live. Several people had forwarded me things from Reddit, and people that had been in it saying that she's bad-mouthing you. So then I became aware that she made another one. Now it was me and another mod, Cindy. And in the mod chat, I said, "Listen, I'm going to go and address this because I'm not having this." And I went in that live, and Ashley was the only mod at that time. And I said to Ashley, "Please don't block me. I need to say this, so please don't block me. You know who I am. Don't block me." And I said to Kayla, you're mentioning my name. I told you to keep my name out of your mouth. Do not mention me in your lives. Do not mention me, period. And she said, "Oh, I never did. Someone's lying to you. That's not true." And I said, "So what they're saying is a lie, that you're not bad-mouthing me?" "No, I'm not. I would never do that." It was just like this kind of back and forth. But now people in the live were starting to comment, "Oh my God," like going against me, kind of making comments like, "Oh, so mean," or "so nasty," or such and such. And I'm seeing the comments while I'm in this live. And I'm responding to the comments saying, "Don't say that about me, because what you're saying or how you're characterizing me is not true." And Kayla should be able to open her mouth right now and tell you that that's not the kind of person that I am. And that the only reason I'm in this live is because I had asked Kayla to keep my name out of her live, and I would keep whatever it is quiet. But if she's going to go on live and start speaking and allow people to badmouth me and ruin my character, then you know what? There's no reason for me to keep quiet any longer. But she never stepped in to defend me. And after that live, she blocked me. So it was, and I remember being so angry because I was so good to you. I helped you so many ways. I so protected her and I defended her. And that was one of the reasons why myself and the other mod who were there at the beginning started kind of recruiting, as you would say, other mods, because I wanted to make sure that there was never a time where she was on live where there wasn't someone to defend her from the quote unquote haters. I did all of this and you can't defend me. And up until this point, I hadn't spoken about her publicly. Everything that I had spoken to her about had been in the group chat. She was part of a group chat with the mods on TikTok. We had first started that conversation on TikTok. She was in there. Then we carried over to Instagram. She was in there. So everything that I had said to her, everything that I had mentioned on live, everything, it was in those conversations.
I really wish you had those old conversations.
I wish I did too. And you know what? When I was blocked, I was so aggravated that I just left it. But then I didn't think that they would disappear. And then on Instagram, I blocked her because she was in a group chat with me and 2 other mods. And then she was in a group chat with all of the mods. And with the conversation with myself and the 2 mods, I blocked her. And then when I tried to go back and retrieve those messages, I couldn't retrieve them. And I was told that I think when you block someone, it kind of disappears. I'm not sure, but I'm not able to retrieve those messages. But I wish I had them, but it's, this isn't the person that I first started following. This isn't the person who I believed she was. Everything that she's doing to Misty, to Karen, to all these people, it's the exact same MO that she did with me. To the T. Every single thing.
Misty know each other outside of TikTok, though.
I'm sorry?
I'm pretty sure her and Misty know each other outside of TikTok as well.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Also, Misty just moved out of state. Misty, remember her name used to be Misty, wasn't it Misty or Ohio Misty?
I don't remember because she came around after I had left. So I know that Misty, she was not Misty, Karen. There's a lot of people that she will say on her live that, they've been with me since day one. That's not true.
Everyone, right?
I remember very clearly the names of a majority of the people that would follow her. And these names, they weren't there before. And I had, it's disappointing. Hunter!
Hi!
Hello!
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys?
I'm good.
We're just doing our normal day, huh? Shit talking about Kayla.
We're doing our weekly live. We're gonna do this once a week.
Cool. I'm in.
Because every week there's a new enabler that she's preying on, and this week it is now Karen. And Karen seems to be falling for her bait pretty heavily.
Huh. That's not good.
I wish we could get her in here. I really do. I'd love to talk to her. I mean, I don't want to be mean to anybody. I want to talk to her.
Right. Of course. Because Kayla's a piece of shit, and we all know it.
Listen, when people first started sending me clippings of Reddit, I went to Kayla and I said, look, this is what they're saying on Reddit. And, she would deny it, she would get upset, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I guess these people are, they are liars. But it wasn't until it was the same thing being said over and over and over again. And then more and more items are being forwarded to me. And I would ask her about it. And she would say, oh, that's not true. But then you come across something that's public record and you see that, yes, indeed, it is true. So you have to, it's very difficult. It was for me difficult to walk away from her because I invested so much of myself in her.
Oh, shit. Kylie's up in here. Let's stop talking about her and talk about Kayla,
What?
What?
I was in here before you, Hunter.
Damn. I can't play that card then, damn it.
I never learned about the Reddit page until she brought it up. When she brought it up, I immediately had to go look.
I didn't know about it until a former mod told me about it and started sending me things. And then I was like, oh, well, this is quite interesting. But again, I didn't believe it at first.
Himself all the time. I don't think anybody would have known about me unless she spelled it out, like completely spelled it out.
She damn near did.
Has she started talking about Riley's birthday party needing stuff yet?
Oh yeah,
Yes, she
oh
did.
yeah.
I heard something about it, I think.
It's that same. There was a live, I believe, that. Well, first of all, the cake design has changed because this recent cake design is now green, and there was another one previous for that one. But she was dry begging for that. Something to do with it. She wants to have pictures, but she can't. Then she was dry begging for 3 skincare products, like within seconds of each other. But yeah, the party is there, and the same line that she did for the last year. It's just gonna be me and Aaron and Riley.
Then why does she need a party? Why can't she go buy him a $3 cupcake and put a candle in it and sing happy birthday to him?
He don't know the difference.
Why can't
No,
she bake a
I
cake? Why
throw
can't she bake a
big
cake?
parties for my kids, but that's because I can afford it and because we have a lot of people that we can invite. If I didn't have nobody to invite, I'd be going and buying a cupcake or a small cake from Walmart for $6 and singing happy birthday.
Because
Hey,
you-
smash.
People baking anymore. Nobody bakes a cake anymore. Nobody bakes a cake anymore. I don't understand.
Well, this was last year.
I can't bake.
That it was just going to be her, Aaron, and Riley, and she was so upset because she had no family. It was going to be her first birthday, and someone in the live had said, "Oh, we'll have a party with us." And the idea was formed then that she would have Riley's first birthday live, and we were all excited about it because, again, believing that there's no family. We were going to be part of it. She had set a time for that party. It was going to be a Saturday at a particular time. Everyone was like, okay, I'll make sure I'm there. I'm going to participate. That time comes and goes. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. A former mod messaged me. She's like, did I get the time wrong? I thought she said it was going to be at this time. I said, yeah, that's the time she said, but I don't see anything either. Then all of a sudden, she posts a picture of the cake and the party. And it's like, well, when did this happen? So that former mod in that post said, oh, I thought we were going to go live for his birthday party. I was ready to go at whatever time it was. I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact time.
Which she never did.
She never did. And Kayla's response to this mod, who was so sweet, was she went off on that mod. And I remember reading the comment and writing in that comment saying like, Kayla, this is so-and-so, your mod. And then Kayla's like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see it. But then she said that Aaron didn't want to do the birthday party live, and they spent the birthday party with Aaron's brother and his wife. So it was just, all this big hoopla. I believe people had sent gifts for Riley because it was like to kind of cheer them up a little bit because they had nobody there. They wanted to contribute something. But she had people.
See, I'm not gonna lie. For my daughter's first birthday, I mean, I had her a party and stuff, but people from TikTok wanted to. Y'all know I have a following too. People from TikTok wanted to send my daughter gifts. So on her birthday, I wrapped all of them, put everybody's names, who sent what, and let McKenna unwrap the gifts on live for everybody else to see. Because I felt that was only right. Y'all sent them. Y'all should be able to see her open them. Yeah. Hell, I'm pretty sure I went live at her birthday party too. I can't. Hunter, do you remember?
I don't. I think you did. Yeah, I remember you setting it up and stuff.
But I made sure I let her open the gifts that was sent for her from people on TikTok on live, so they could see her open them themselves.
Yeah, I remember that too. Actually,
because I feel like that was only right. So I don't know. I don't let people send my kids stuff, even though they ask to, just because simple fact, spend your money on things you need or someone else who needs it, because I don't. But don't spend your money on Kayla, because that bitch don't need it.
Okay, but see, Kylie, the way that you just said that, the way you just said, listen, don't send me anything, save it for yourself. You're being sincere and direct, right?
Yeah.
Kayla can say the exact same thing,
No, she
but there's
won't.
kind of like a victimization tone to it. There's kind of like, well, yeah, just keep it for yourself, like it's not sincere. So there's a difference. You're being genuine and sincere because you genuinely and sincerely don't want people to do that. She's not. She has
Right.
to say that to come across that she's telling somebody, well, I told them not to. But in her tone, it's the opposite. In the
Yeah.
tone, it's kind of like that, well,
It's almost like she was expecting it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, I don't know.
Not to cut you off, but it was.
How many people in here have given her money?
Me.
Not me.
I did.
No, me neither.
But she's gave me a lot of money.
Oh yeah, she has.
Has she? Hey.
Yeah.
Stuff from you.
Buying my shirts, playing in my raffles. Mind you, she's buying
Oh,
10, 20
Kiana?
spots at a time.
Oh, damn.
Kiana, what did she? Why did you give her money? What was she asking for?
Who, me?
Kiana in the chat said she gave her money.
Oh,
Way back
I'm sorry. I'm
when.
not looking at the chat right now. I'm just talking.
I was messaging you too.
Well, that's her MO, is the messaging.
Oh, that's
it's
okay, Alley Cat.
It's
sure
everything
you
that's done after. It's everything that's done off live that people don't see. So because you can't see that, it's hard for you to believe that she's doing this because you almost need to see it. But she does everything offline. She does everything in those messages.
Right. I was watching one of her old videos, the one where she was saying she had cancer down there. Remember that one? She said that she's not ready to post. She was begging for money, and actually, what I was hoping we could do today was, I was hoping somebody in the chat could post her CA so we could all report it. If you haven't already,
Or we should all request $1,000 a piece.
well, you can do that too. But anyway, I was hoping that we could post her CA so we could all report
You know what
it.
I didn't even think about? What was the other one she used to send me money on? Venmo. I could look up my
I think
Venmo
her
receipts and
Venmo
show
might be
y'all.
down.
Show y'all how many times she sent me money on Venmo for razzles and t-shirts and cups.
Okay. But anyway, I was watching her old video and she was saying she had cancer down there, and down there, that's her word. She said that she's not ready to. She needed cash apps, but she also was not ready to post a video of her going to the doctor and paying the doctor's office, so there wouldn't be any proof of her actually going to the doctor. She said, "I'm just not ready for that yet." So
We didn't
go ahead
we
and
weren't
send
expecting
the
you.
money anyway because you have to trust her.
Wait, hold, Emily. Hunter.
Hi, Heidi. How are you?
Never mind.
Hey,
I'm not
Dawn,
even.
how are you?
What?
Well, damn.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I just.
Oh, I think I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But where is hers? I don't.
Okay. So here, let me. I want to just say this.
Adventure
wanna
Stream.
just-
Can you go? Are you able to look up who's? You know what? Maybe I can do it on my computer. Hold on. I'll go do it on my
I want to
computer.
ask a question so bad, but I don't want to make anybody mad.
Just ask it because I think you may ask what I'm going to think of asking or similar.
Okay, Heidi's in here, but Heidi is still a mod for Kayla and is still in Kayla's lives.
Yes.
I'll let Heidi answer.
Heidi's in here?
Yes, Heidi's in here, and she still mods for Kayla.
Yep, she is too. What the fuck?
And Liddy, I want to say this. And Kylie and Hunter were part of that part of this group.
Hi,
and
Sam
so are some
Slam.
other
How are
people.
you? I'm so happy you're here.
In that mod chat that we had said very clearly, you can support Kayla, that's your choice. However, you can't you can't do both. If you
No,
want to be eyes, then you can be eyes. But being eyes means you're in a live and you're just eyes. You're not supporting, you're not, pushing, you're not engaging, that sort of thing. Um, if you're doing any of that, it's contradicting what the mods chat is about. You can't be both.
Oh, I'm just eyes.
You
I'm just saying, I like to watch the shit show. It's kind of funny.
but it's just you in the mod chat is we confide within each other because everyone who's in there was affected or by Kayla's actions. So to be in the mod chat and then be an active supporter of Kayla, it doesn't match and it doesn't sit well with me. Because again, for me, trust is a big issue. I've said that. I said it to Kayla. I said it in messages to Kayla. I said it in men chats. Just be honest. Just if you want to be friends with her, we can't stop you. But then go be friends with her. But you can't stay active in the mods chat because if you're being friends with her, what that means or what that says is you're okay with her behavior and what she did to the people that you know, that you
Hell no.
witnessed, and that you saw, and that you and if you're gonna support that, I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be in that group. I think I just rambled, and I'm sorry if I did.
I don't know. I just don't like when somebody is talking crap about them in one spot and then go over there and act like they're supporting them for another. I get like maybe you're trying to just get information, but it just doesn't sit right with
I
me.
think that's what she's doing.
It just don't sit right with me. Because I don't know Heidi like that personally. I haven't really spoke with her much, but it's just what if she's in our chat reading what we're saying and going and running back to Kayla and giving her the information, and that's how Kayla's finding out what we're talking about or what's being said. We don't know that, and I'm not accusing her of that by any means. I just don't think that it's right personally. That's just my opinion. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, we encountered this problem with Jess, and when Jess, myself, and another mod were in a group chat, everything was good. We were fine. I thought we were all on the same page. And then it was brought to our attention by Lauren, of all people, that Jess had been posting and commenting on some of Kayla's posts. And in that, I went in and I said, I asked, are you still friends with Kayla? And she answered me that she was not. And I said, okay. But I had seen that she had responded to that comment. And Lauren, I'm not sure if she showed it, but Lauren was very adamant that she didn't like that. But Jess kept insisting that she wasn't. So it got to the point where in that chat with me, her, and another mod, I said to her, or I said in that chat, that
You can do
if you guys want to be friends with Kayla, so be it. That's your decision, that's your choice. But I am going to remove myself from the chat because I cannot be part or friends with somebody who knows what she's done to me what she's done to others, I can't be friends with you. So I left that chat. And then it turns out that she turned into Taylor. And we called her out on that in the Mods chat. And at first, she tried to deflect. And one of the things that she tried to deflect on was an incident with one of the miscarriages, a situation that Jess had been very specific of an incident that occurred of a conversation on one of those nights. Now, how does Taylor know that if you're not Jess? And she tried to deflect, saying, oh, so and so was there. And I'm like, no, don't bring somebody else into this, because somebody else has nothing to do with this. This is what you told me. And then I believe other Mards started asking her questions. And we were just like, listen, if you're Taylor, just say you're Taylor, but remove yourself from this chat. But she insisted that she wasn't and wasn't. And then all of a sudden, a lot of us just kept presenting facts. Like, you have the same terminology as Jess. You having the same grammatical errors as Jess. You have all these different things as Jess. And then all of a sudden, she just disappeared.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything here?
Well, I've been trying to keep up with posting her live streams on my YouTube because she does go live a lot of times late at night and weird hours when people miss her live streams. So I've been trying to keep up with that. And to be honest, I haven't even gotten a chance to watch all of them lately. But I'm trying to do my best to at least do that part. And I've been making sure I share out any information that you put out and your videos and reposting and doing what I can with that regard. I'm hoping to look for more updates too. I was hoping that even maybe just coming in the box, it will help bring some of my followers in to see that I'm live here. So that way they can. I'm sorry?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Sharni is in the live, it says.
What is it?
They said somebody just said that Sharni is in the live.
Yeah, Sharni is one of her followers, supporters.
Oh, well, she could get the hell
Wait,
out.
hold on. If one of her followers and supporters are here, tell her to unblock me so I can say what I gotta say.
But
And then she can get the hell out of here.
Go ahead,
If
Stan.
you want to
But I was hoping by coming in the box, it'll help bring some of my followers in. So if they haven't heard about Kayla yet, that they can find out. So you may have people coming in that are going to ask you, who's this about? What's this about? So you might want to be prepared to kind of say who this is about and maybe give a little recap for anybody that's new to Kayla.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if anybody who doesn't know who Kayla is. Kayla Wisner 2023 is a scammer. She preys on the elderly. She preys on the disabled, people who get a monthly check from disability and Social Security. Right now, she's preying on a woman who is getting a disability check, and her baby's birthday is in a couple days, and I think she doesn't have any minutes left on her phone. I haven't heard that since the 90s, honestly. But
I just want to say, someone's asking how to unmod yourself. How do you unmod yourself? Is you go into somebody else's live, and when you're in that live, you're going to go down to the arrow. That arrow is going to take you to a whole bunch of options. You're going to go into the settings, and it's going to give you mod settings, and it's going to allow you to unmod yourself. And that's how you can unmod yourself from whomever you're modded with. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so right now Riley's birthday is in a couple days, and she's supposed to be I'm sorry, my dog is barking. She's supposed to be going live every day, and she absolutely has no minutes left on her phone, so she can't go live, but she begs in her messages. She sends messages out right now like, I'm at the farm. She sounds just like LR. I'm at the pharmacy right now. I only have $2. Can I get $40? things like that.
Yeah.
Um, how many times have we all heard that? Seriously.
Too many.
Or she sends out
Or she'd post it on her story
yeah, she'll post it on her story. Or
with a bunch of crying emojis.
she'll say she'll send out her PO box to her followers in case you want to send her something. Just randomly.
And I know when I first looked into her, she had I think her and her husband, boyfriend, whatever he is, they had quite an extensive criminal record, correct? I know you've looked that up as well.
Oh,
I mean,
hell
I'm
yeah.
in her same state, so it was very easy for me to find her records.
Oh yeah,
They've both been in and out of jail so many times.
You just have to Google her. If you put her name in with the state, you just pull up everything.
Heidi, I hope you didn't think I was coming for you. I just wanted to get a clear understanding of why you were still modding for her and also in our chat. I was not coming for you by any means being disrespectful. Like, I just wanted to know.
Both of her children were injured in her care because they had a lab in the trunk of the car.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Wait, what happened?
While they were homeless.
You missed the last live because in the last live, I just thought it was Matthew, but both of them, Lily as well, had broken her arm.
Yes. And now they don't have custody of those two kids, but they still have one child that they had since those kids were removed. And
I think it's so crazy.
He is so neglected.
I know where I live here, if your kids get taken away from you, they immediately open another case when you get pregnant. They investigate, they do their things. If they feel you're still unfit, they take that child too. I don't understand why they don't do that there.
I don't know, but I know that CYS has been there so many times and still not removed them. Not removed him. They
live in the same.
They leave. They literally go there, talk to her, and leave. It's like a Gabby Jacobson situation.
I live in the same state with the girl, and I don't even know why CYS does what it does. I can't.
Well, I live in the same state, and I actually used to work for Childline, which is the state agency that takes the reports for abuse and neglect, right? So it's very rare for a child to actually be removed unless there is a very serious injury or serious neglect. And when I say serious, I'm talking about broken bones, bruises, marks, medical things that a child would have to go to a hospital for, type of thing, okay, and get treatment. If a parent is doing rugs, they don't just they hardly do anything for that. The only time they really act on that at all is if the child has actually had access to the rugs and ingested them and it caused them to have a medical issue. Okay. So, and as long as they can show CPS that they have food and clothes and they don't have any serious medical or dental issues, then it's very rare.
Why is it okay though for her for her followers to continue to pay for the food? I mean, I even have a video posted that she's just given the baby applesauce for dinner.
Yep, I've seen that. I've seen that too.
And also, he isn't really even speaking.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's been to, and again, he would have to, if there was an issue that is notated by a professional, such as a doctor or a psychologist or someone that works at a school or something, then, that is something that they could possibly look into. And unfortunately, I know it's horrible just feeding a child applesauce for dinner, but unless they like take the child to the doctor and find a serious nutritional, type of issue, or that the child is underweight or something like that, it is very rare for them to act. They they highly rely on reports and information from medical professionals, psychological professionals, and things of that nature. If there isn't some type of professional person that finds an issue, like I said, a doctor, a dentist, a psychologist, something like that, then it's rare for them to take action just based on a regular person making a claim, unless it is actually verified by some other professional.
Gotcha.
I'm just telling you, like, that's how it is, because I worked in that system.
Gotcha. That's sad. That's sad. I mean, honestly, I feel like the people that are in her lives are the babysitters.
Mm-hmm.
Watching
Now,
what
if he's,
happens.
yeah, and I mean, if she was, say, doing something and not paying attention, and he was put in danger, that would be another reason. For instance, if she was on live and not paying attention to him, they won't do anything unless he's in danger. Like if she's on live and he runs out of the house into the street, okay, they're going to do something about that. But other than that, if he's, if she's paying attention to her live, or she's doing whatever, and there's nothing dangerous happening, they're really not going to do anything. Like yeah. Kristen, it is Kayla Wisner 2023. Yeah, you should be able to find it. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless there's something really serious that can be verified, or the child's actually in some type of serious danger, or has a serious medical issue, or a serious psychological issue that is verified by a professional, it's highly unlikely that the child would be removed. But they still could make recommendations, right? They still could recommend some type of classes or a plan to improve on some things if they do find some type of issues. But yeah, it's highly unlikely that the child would be removed unless there's something very serious and dangerous.
Right. Okay.
And it sucks because it's a system that's reactive and not proactive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe
That's
because
another thing.
if something were to happen, because if let's say the child was removed, it might prevent something dangerous from happening, right? That would be being proactive. But unfortunately, it's a reactive system where something serious has to happen before they will act.
She used to say that she was, Riley was on her schedule. She was, he would go to the babysitters all day, and he would be up all night with her until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and now he's taking a nap at 10:30 at night and still going to bed very, very late.
Wow.
I mean, there's no reason for that anymore. She hasn't been working in almost 3 months now. She's had plenty of time to get him back on a schedule, a regular schedule. He needs that to grow, and it's sad.
It is. And how old is he now?
He's gonna be 2.
Okay. So he has a number of years before he's in school or anything like that to be on that type of schedule.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's sad. I feel bad for him. Cute little boy.
And again, I just want to reiterate, no one has ever made fun of Riley, ever. No one has ever made fun of her other children, ever.
No.
We've just always wanted to, we have and we still care about Riley. We have always wanted the best for Riley. So to say that any of us have made fun of him or ridiculed him, that's a lie.
No, I probably make fun of Kayla all the time, but I wouldn't make fun of Riley or any other little kid. That's just wrong.
Kids are off
Let
limits.
me also say though, we would tease her in a live, but that was while she was present. But we never ever spoke badly about him, ever.
No.
Would you be able to post her Cash App again so we could report that one more time? I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Report. We got to get that down. I can't believe it's still working.
So was her TikTok account gone because I can't remember who it was.
It was down. I don't know why. That was like, oh, what happened?
Right?
It came back up during the night.
Oh, son of a.
Yeah, either maybe she deactivated it temporarily because she was getting reported, or it could have been taken down and then she appealed it and got it back.
That could have
And it
been.
was down for a good maybe, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours, which was nice.
Leanne, when you report the Cash App, once you get onto the profile, you just scroll to the bottom and click on report, and then you can report a scam fraud.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Is she receiving money on other electronic payment methods too, like Venmo and Cash App? I mean PayPal and all that?
I think her Venmo is down.
Oh, okay.
It could be PayPal. I'm not sure. I couldn't find the other ones. Her profile states it doesn't.
I'm about to go look for her Venmo.
Cash App because I've reported it.
I'm about to look for her Venmo for y'all.
For about 49 miles. Continue.
Is the Amazon wish list still up? You know, the one that was supposed to get taken down?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Really, Kate? Interesting.
Come on, let's go outside. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go outside. Come on.
Interesting.
Come on, my girl. What are you barking at? The kids getting off the bus? The kids are getting off the bus.
Boss. Do your dogs bark at random things too? A lot of times.
Oh, absolutely.
My dog.
Yo, when I look her up on Venmo, I could see people from her live that have sent her money.
Oh, so it's open.
Yeah.
Oh,
how do we get that down, Scan?
Her Venmo is Kayla/Wisner. The @ Kayla/ or -Wisner.
It's a little bit more complex because I think Venmo is like linked up with PayPal. The last time I did that, I had to kind of Google it and follow some steps, so I don't remember offhand. And I think they might ask for the email that's associated with it, but I think you can still report it without that. Possibly. It's easier for people. It's easier for people who have actually sent her stuff to, report it, because you can just click on it as a fraudulent transaction or something. But
wow.
You see, I don't have any of that other.
When was that done?
Money payment stuff. I only have one payment thing.
Yeah.
That's the one we want to take down. Astronaut and Rocket. We want to take that. We want to get that down. Report that.
I have Facebook Pay. That's about all I got.
Oh, there's a Facebook Pay? Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, can I green screen while I'm up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do I have to be the
No, you can
live
green
host?
screen.
How do I get the multi?
If you want to give her the big box, click
How do I
on her
do
box. Click
Let's
on her
see.
box, and then click expand.
There you
Yep.
go.
And then to shrink her back, you do the same thing later. You can just
Okay.
click on her and then click the shrink button.
Look, I'm
Welcome to
wearing.
our
Kylie has a big ass head.
Hold on 1 second. Up here, where I can see if I can get the green screen. Come on. Because I don't. Oh,
Has
here
she
we go.
ever addressed
Green
why
screen.
she lost her job?
Not that I know of.
She blames the trolls for losing her job.
Oh,
She
you might
said
want to
that.
take that down. Take that. There's a phone number on there. I don't recommend that at all.
Oh,
Take
Her
that down,
phone number's
Kylie.
already been leaked.
No,
I
take it down.
I
I'm
still
getting
wouldn't
a
recommend that.
violation. I have to remove Hunter.
Nope.
What happened to Hunter?
I had to remove him. I got a violation.
Nope. Anything like that should be redacted.
She didn't give a reason,
I
but
don't
she
think that's
blamed
her.
it
That's
on
next week, Tom.
us.
I know, Hunter. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. It told me I had to remove you. Did you get a violation?
Mm.
But
But
that one, the picture I just put up was from November 2024. So
I can't hear you, Kylie. Thank you for the follow.
I didn't hear the response. Has she ever addressed why she lost her job or why she's
She
not working
said
now?
that somebody took a picture of her on the side of the building or something using her subs.
Yeah. Okay.
And that wasn't true. She posted a video of herself on the side of the building using her subs.
That's okay. That's what I had heard, but I wasn't sure if she addressed that further.
Right.
She just primarily blames it all on our community, the haters. She blames it on us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's what all
Maddie,
the scammers do.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Maddie, that's right. She also posted a video containing customer information on
Yeah.
her TikTok.
Oh.
And I just want to say, I think I said it on a live, not the last one, but maybe the first one. Lori did not call her job. It was not Lori. So when she says or blames it on Lori, it wasn't her. It was me. I did it.
can y'all hear me yet?
Now, yes.
Okay, so whose birthday is in November?
It was Lily's.
Matthew? Oh, wait, no. I'm
So that screenshot sent her birthday party in November of 2024. They reported it as fraud, I guess, to get their money back. And basically, she was put in there that it was on hold and she couldn't get a hold of the money because they had reported, or I think tried to request the money back. Yes.
Is that November 2024?
Yeah.
Okay. I could be wrong, and this, I may be wrong. I can't say this with certainty, but depending on what the date is, please don't forget about the Thanksgiving dinner. That there was 3/4 of us, and one individual sent her cash for the Thanksgiving dinner, and she had messaged when she found out that 3 other people had already gotten her dinner. So perhaps this is that individual, but I don't know for certain. But I know that she hadn't realized that I had bought her something. Lauren had gotten her something, and I believe Jess too, but I'm not 100% certain with Jess. So perhaps that's that.
So she was double dipping on Thanksgiving dinner, basically.
She got
Double and triple and quadruple dipping.
Behave, Hunter.
I didn't do nothing.
Okay, no personal information though, okay?
Okay.
Not you.
Yeah.
Eileen.
Oh.
Hunter's
Let me
terminal.
see. Let me make sure it's cropped. Okay, it is. Oh, you can't really see it, but it's November 9th, 2024.
At 9:15 p.m.
You have to take a screenshot of your screenshot.
You said a screenshot of my screenshot?
Yeah.
And then screenshot that screenshot.
On November 17th, I placed a Thanksgiving order for her.
Wow.
I don't know why it's not. Hold on. I cropped the number out. Let me see.
Yeah, so then take a full-size screenshot of that.
Ding.
Sorry about that.
No, you didn't.
All right, let's see. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There you go. We can read that.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah, why are you opening up a case with me?
Huh. Wonder why, Kayla? You idiot.
That's why I was wondering whose birthday party or whose birthday is in November, because I know Riley's is 4 days before my son's in February.
It was Lily. That was wasn't it? I think it was Lily because she was pretty toasted that day.
Well, I also remember that there was a birthday. Lily, I don't know when it was, but I don't. Do you guys remember the birthday party? Not birthday. Lily's birthday, where she was asking if people can, do a Walmart order. She wanted to take Lily shopping, and so she could pick everything out herself. People wanted to donate, they could. She'd be really appreciative of it.
I honestly don't remember. She's asked so many times of that. I can't remember any of that one.
Yeah. So, Kiana, you said that you helped her with attorney fees. Is that what you said? And that was to get the kids back, right? Yeah, she has been scamming for a while.
Yes, Don.
Do you want to share how much you? Do you want to share how much you sent? You don't have to if you don't want to. No one is ever going to shame you in this live. Hi, Chiqui.
Honestly, I wish this awareness page was on when I was a strong follower of hers. I wish it hadn't taken me as long as it did.
Messaged you? What did she say? Oh my gosh, she sent her $400. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I wish there was more awareness before you sent it.
Did you see what Don just said?
Did you ask why you took yourself out? Wow, does she get notified of that right away?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, it notifies immediately when someone mods themselves.
You should have unblocked a bunch of people and took screenshots of her blocked words before you unmodded yourself. That's what I do.
Yeah, what the hell, Don? Come on.
Yeah, that I had that one guy, what's his name? Joe Anybody. He modded me on a backup account, and I I screen recorded all of his blocked words, and it was like job, unemployed, scam, scammer, beggar, like all those were blocked words. I unblocked all the blocked words, and I unblocked a bunch of awareness pages that he had blocked.
Yeah, I know, Maddie. That's true. That it's over 50. It's well over, probably about double that. I'm so sorry. You thought you were helping a mom in need. I know. It's sad, isn't it?
We all did.
She's gotten a lot of money scams. I want to say she's probably gotten about 5 or 6 grand from these
And what
people.
still
And that's
baffles
probably just over the past, what, year?
Past year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, she spent over $500 with me on shirts and cups. That was probably the money that y'all was sending her.
Wow.
That's what I thought too.
what still baffles me is when she had a job, she was making money. So why does she have to keep asking? I still don't understand that.
She claimed that child support took a chunk of her pay. And then, do you remember the time? I'm not sure if it was. I think it may have been in the mod chat or something. She showed a picture of a paycheck where it was only like $100 and something that she said that she made, but it wasn't an accurate pay. It happened to be like a week that she hadn't gone to work, so that's why she got paid so little. But she had said that child support took all of her check.
Yeah, and they can't take your entire check like that. They can only take up to a certain percentage.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can't take the entire check
We
like that.
told her that.
No.
We told her that they can't garnish.
I
They
think
have
they
to
take
allow you enough to live.
$1,100 a month from her.
Wow.
They do take $1,100. Well, they were taking $1,100 a month from her.
Well, if she's not working now,
just her.
are those kids not getting any child support money? Like
Not from
she's
her.
going to be digging a hole, getting into arrears, and
She has another court date this week.
yeah, I mean, once you get so far into arrears, what I've seen happen here in Pennsylvania, okay, if she has to go to court for child support, if she shows up with a chunk of money and says, "Look, I'm trying, here's whatever, $500 toward it. I want to make payment arrangements, blah blah blah," then they'll usually give you a chance. But if you show up with an excuse and you show up with no money, a lot of times you end up going to jail. And in Pennsylvania, what they typically do will make you go to a work release center and get a job to pay back the money. And they will make you stay in that work release center and make you get a job, and you can only leave to go to work. And you also have to pay to stay at the work release center. So they do pretty much take your whole paycheck in those cases, because they take out the child support, plus they take out whatever the living expenses are for being in the center. And you're pretty much, left with nothing, and you have to stay there until you pay it off. I've seen it happen. They also, in Pennsylvania, they will suspend your driver's license over owing child support. And then you have to pay a bunch of fees and go through a bunch of rigmarole to get it back.
We had a court date last week for child support. And when she left, we can all see her story. It was, this is BS. And then she has another court date this Friday. So I don't know how that's going to go, because she doesn't have anything to give. She doesn't.
So please expect to hear.
Unless her man is coming up with money to.
He has to pay his half. She has to pay her half, I guess.
Oh.
They both have $1,100 they have to pay.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
And somebody, the story as far as the ankle monitor, she says that it's so unfair, and Aaron thinks it's unfair, and she has to wear an ankle monitor, and it was only because she was next to Aaron. That's not true. She hasn't paid her fines in I don't know how long. She was guilty of that action, and Aaron has made payments toward his fines. She has not. And again, this is public record that you can go in and see.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why she is wearing an ankle monitor and Aaron is not. It's not because she's his girlfriend, because that really, but it's because she hadn't paid the fine. She kept pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. But Aaron was making payments.
She has a breathalyzer.
Yes.
Somebody said in the comments.
A while ago, she had a DUI. She says that she doesn't drink, but she had a DUI. So
Well,
don't know
those
if
are
it's because-
expensive too. Those breathalyzers, whether it's a portable one or one that goes in your car, those portable ones are like 15, I think like $10 to $15 a day. I mean, it's like $150, $200 a month. Oh yeah, it's like $150.
My guy
It's like
friend
$150.
just paid $2,000.
Yeah, it's like, okay, those portable ones, they're like $150, $200 a month typically. And then the ones that are in a vehicle are about, $100 to $150 a month. Oh, no. Okay, so it's a portable one. Those are like $15 to $20 a day. So that's $150 to $200 a month or something like that. It's crazy.
Wow. So what? Okay, so it's
like 200 a month. It's like 200 a month. It's expensive. So
right?
So how is she paying that? Well, I think I know how she's paying it. That's probably what she's using her donation money for.
Yeah, if you,
and you have to
can't
pay
come right
that.
out and be like, oh, I need to pay for this. But yeah, you probably are right. That is probably how she is paying for things.
For the ankle monitor, or for the what is it? The breathalyzer done.
Yeah, the remote breathalyzer. Yeah. And if you have an ankle monitor, you have to pay for that too. You have to pay for that.
She was begging for money for the ankle monitor back since January of last year. That he was coming in the mail, and I think I said that I think the keyboard elves were making it because it didn't show up until I think August or something. But she kept asking for money for it.
Do y'all know if her ankle monitor is one of the ones that detect your sweat for rugs?
I don't.
And alcohol?
I don't know.
They do have ones in Pennsylvania that detect for alcohol, but she wouldn't have a separate portable breathalyzer. Then it would all just be the
That's what I'm saying.
one device.
Why would she have a breathalyzer if she doesn't have a driver's license? Could that just be part of her probation?
Oh no, they still no, it doesn't matter. They still make you do that.
She's allowed to be able to go to the grocery stores as long as she has permission. She said herself that she gets 3 hours to go to the grocery store. I don't know. 3 hours is a long time at the grocery store, if you ask me.
That is a very long time.
Even if she doesn't have a driver's license, because if she got a DUI, she would still be required to have a portable device, because they don't want her driving anybody's car. They don't want her to get hopping in somebody else's car and driving. And typically with those, they have to breathe into them about 6 to 8 times a day at random times.
I love TJ Maxx, but
my friend that has one, he had to get installed in his car. He spent $2,000 to install, and the thing beeps. You have to.
I hate to ask you for anything. Could you tap the screen? I don't want to get any warnings or anything. We're talking a heavy subject here.
Can we do what?
Tap the screen. We lost Hunter already. Thank you. Hi, Christy. How are you? Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I remember she was asking for, I think it was $275 for the monitor for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And put it on. And then when they put it on, she didn't mention anything about a monthly fee though. And I know that she's got to pay for it.
Oh yeah, it's a monthly thing, and
Thank you for the rest.
is she on probation then as well at the same
Yes.
time? Okay,
Yeah,
so
she said
then
she
there's
gets
a
the monitor
monthly,
off in April.
but there's a monthly probation fee that she will have to pay too. Like that stuff adds up. It adds up. She would have to pay for the breathalyzer. She'll have to pay for the ankle monitor. She'll have to pay the monthly probation fees. That's a lot of money.
So does she have to pay for that before she can get that monitor off?
Yes. You have to
Oh.
pay it monthly. Like they make you do it, or they find that you are not in compliance with your probation, and they can put you back in jail.
Oh wow. I don't
Aces
know
Gaming
anything
says
about this.
my friend had one,
I've
and I
never been in
blew in it
trouble.
for him. In Pennsylvania, you cannot do that because they have a camera on them. Even the portable devices, it has a camera on it, and it points at your face, and it takes a picture of you. And the ones in the vehicle, they install a camera with it, so when you blow into it, there is a camera taking your picture when you blow into it. I
Gotcha.
know. I had a DUI in Pennsylvania, and people know that about me. In my past, it was 6 years ago, and I had to have a portable breathalyzer for a while. And then when I got my license back, I had to have a device in my vehicle for a year. So that's why I know how these work and how much these things cost, because I had to do all of that. And that's not something I'm proud of from my past, but it happened. And so I know what it entails, and it's very expensive, uh very horrible and expensive mistake.
How did she manage to get so deep into? Well, I think it's just followed her whole life. She's always been in trouble. I don't know. She's been with him for what, 12 years now? 15 years, and all of that time she's been in trouble.
I'm surprised that he's keeping a job and paying his fines and doing that, all that.
He's doing better than she is, it seems. At least he's paying. I don't think he's paying all of his fines, but he's paying something.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't pay anything. Nothing.
He shows up for his court dates. And what we were shown from the court records, his record is actually shorter than Kayla's. So he does, he does have his history as well, but it's Kayla's is longer than his.
Yeah, quite longer. Quite a bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, her best option is to really, get a job, and start paying back this stuff on her own. Because to me, it sounds like the money she's getting, I mean, if she's probably using it to pay some of her fees, her monthly fees on her devices, and maybe her probation fees and things like that. That's not really, how do I want to say this? When you commit a crime like that, and you're just easily getting the money from other people to pay that stuff off, you're not really getting the true consequences of it. Okay. Because like I said, I had a DUI, and I had to work my ass off to like make sure I was still maintaining my household and paying off the fines and the fees and this and that. And it was hard. It was really hard. And I suffered consequences for that. But I had to work to pay all that off, and I had to comply with everything myself. I did it all myself. I didn't have any help. I didn't ask anybody for donations. I didn't ask family, friends, no one for help. I did it all myself. And that's what she should be doing, because she should be suffering the full consequences of that. And if she has to struggle and work her ass off to pay that stuff off, then that's what she should be doing.
We had offered her.
She says that she's not on any kind of rug, but honestly, she is. I mean, even in her last live, you could just tell. something was completely off by looking. As she said, the filter wasn't showing her face the way she looked in the mirror. She was very pale. Her eyes were glassy. I mean, they were so sunken. Everything was completely off. She couldn't even form a sentence. When she'd stand up, I mean, she's just skin and bones. And she says that's the way she always is, that she's always been skinny. Maybe she has been always. I mean, she's 5'7" and maybe 95 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
she's
we had
baby.
in the mods chat. Well, when the mods were active with her, we had offered her suggestions to help her make money. We had suggested Poshmark or eBay, you know, selling things on there. And each time that we made a suggestion of that, she would say that it was difficult or there was always some excuse. And we would say, well, you know, it's really easy. Try this app. Poshmark is really good. They pay you right away. But she would always find an excuse as to why she couldn't use or do any of that.
Hmm.
And it's not difficult, but if you think about it, it's because if she does that, then there's no reason to ask for money from us.
I mean, there's so many ways out there like that to make money. I mean, I've known people that would go to Goodwill type stores and consignment shops and stuff like once or twice a week, and they would find things. There's a way that you can scan the items, on the eBay app and see if somebody else has the same item listed and what they're selling for, and you can figure out if there's a way for you to sell that yourself on eBay and make money after the fees. I know people that do stuff like that. Like, there's so many ways out there to make money. There's a lot of independent contractor work anymore that she could do. Lots of things. Lots
She
of
wanted
things.
to work
But
from home so she could raise her child, I guess. Which is, every mother's hopes and dreams that they could work from home. But those jobs are hard to find. One of her mods, I think it was Lauren, said you should work from home. The CVS is always hiring. CVS? Are you kidding me? Of all jobs for her to have.
yeah, I mean, there's some work from home jobs out there, but they are difficult to find. And if she has an extensive criminal record, that's going to be, could be a challenge for her.
For sure.
You know what's interesting is whenever you mention Lauren, I kind of snicker to myself because Lauren provided so much information to the mods, to the mod chat. She was the one that provided so much of the legal documentation. She was the one that called the courthouse directly because at one time people wanted to help pay her fines, but they wanted to pay the court directly, and Kayla had said no, that's not allowed. Lauren called the courthouse, and they told her yes, you can. So Lauren provided a lot of the information to the Xmods chat. Lauren was very displeased with Kayla, did not approve of her actions, did not like everything. Gave Jess a difficult time when Jess posted on that one post, and now Lauren is back doing the opposite of everything. So
Wow.
Yeah, there's always a way. And like Kylie had said once before, if you're really struggling, get multiple jobs. Take anything you can find. If you're really struggling, you will do what you've got to do to pay your bills, to put food on your table, put food in your baby's belly. You'll do anything to do it, but not her. She
Wow.
for the money. So thank you so much for the gifts, guys. You don't have to do that. You don't. It's a tough time these days. I know. It's hard. I should have shut the gifts off. Thank you so much. So I'm so glad you guys all came in today, really. Thank you so much for showing up.
Mom, I mean, no matter what, I mean, she has potential, to change things around, and I hope that she can do that. I hope that she can get a job and pay off these fines and different things on her own, and stop depending on donations and money from other people. Um,
Right.
she has potential to change her life around and not be dependent on other people.
Yeah, everybody has potential though, right? I mean, anybody that wants to do better for themselves can do it, but you got to want it. You got to want it bad enough.
Mm-hmm. And I hope she stays out of trouble and doesn't end up getting any other criminal charges. I mean, who knows what other things she might do,
Do you know how
you
many
know?
times she's threatened me on a live? Do you know how
Mm,
many
mm,
times
mm.
she's threatened me and called me out by name?
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't see her staying out of trouble. She said, well, I'm not even going to say what she said because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you watch some of your lives,
Yeah.
you'll see what she said. It's wild. And I know that Rewatch was down the one day she really, really said it, but that was just one of the times. The other times were really there.
She crossed the line. It's so far you can't even see the line. She crossed it so much, and you know, Kayla has, like you said, Laurie. Kayla has to want to make the change, and at this moment, it doesn't look like she wants to. Last year, early January, when she was having problems coming up with the money, she, she had been constantly being saying, "Why don't you get a second job? Get another job? Get another job." She finally said that she's going to go apply for a second job. That never happened. Um, you know, I hope she does change. I've told her that from the very beginning. I always wanted the best for her. I always wanted her to do well, but she needs to take accountability for what she's done. She needs to apologize to certain individuals, and it's not, certain apologies have to be private, but she has to grow up. She's 33, 34 years old, but she has to grow up. Um, and stop this and stop twisting the truth, stop manipulating, stop using people's weaknesses. It has to stop. And I'm sure if she goes live tonight, she'll find a way to twist what's being said here, um, saying that we'll say she's a bad mother and all this stuff. And it's not what we're saying at all. It's just that she's not doing anything to be better for Riley. She's not doing anything to be better as a wife or as any, like, she's just not. And it gets tiring to hear and see the same stuff over and over and over again.
She's just existing at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, not only the apology, but she really needs to start paying these people back. I mean, I know that she owes child support and everything, but she needs to figure this out. She's got to do something, and these people have given her thousands and thousands of dollars. You can't just block them and think they're going to go away.
No.
When I first started looking into her, it really seemed like she was trying to become some kind of famous TikToker or something,
She still
and
is.
yeah.
She's trying to be like makeup queen.
Yeah, with the makeup and the get ready with me stuff. And she even had some videos posted where she said, she was going to try different things to gain followers. She was going to try to do cooking lives, and she was going to try to do, lives with music and singing, and like she was trying anything and everything to try to like go viral or become some kind of famous person and get money, and it's just not that easy. And honestly, her content was just like so many different people on this app. There was nothing unique about it, nothing, um, nothing significant, nothing to write home about. And it's not really gone anywhere. And now her reputation on TikTok is being a scammer. So, her, I don't know how she thinks she's going to become some kind of famous TikToker with this type of reputation that she has now. It's not going to happen.
No.
Hey,
No.
Heavenly.
No, it's not. Honestly, she's a known scammer. And when you get a message from her, it will include, can you send me some money? And also it will include her P.O. box in case you want to send her something.
Listen, you know it's coming. You know Riley's birthday is getting
Hilarious.
closer. So please expect to see those. Let me rub my eyes to make my eyes look red. Let me do the please send me prayers. Please pray for me. All the pity lines that she's using, expect to see those in full force the next couple of days.
Well, she doesn't have any. I don't think she has any minutes for now, so I think we can get some rest for the next couple of days. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Hopefully not. Hopefully so. And hopefully someone didn't send her money. But again, the whole with the Misty thing, it just really lit my fire because it's the exact same thing she did with me. And I just know that these people are receiving the same type of messages that I received, the same desperation messages. And I just hope that people stop falling for that people will actually join these lives and actually listen to what's being said and see some of the comments that are being written that is, what we're saying, what people are writing in the comments, they match. It's not just one person saying something or two people. It's a handful of people sharing their experiences. And you can't ignore that, especially when there's, public information that you can go and do your own research. You have to be proactive. You can't just say, oh, these people really hate you. They have no life. They're jealous of you, blah, blah, blah. That's not it at all. I don't want someone else to go through what Misty just did and buy, dog food when he doesn't need it. Save your $30 or whatever it is that it costs. I don't want someone else like Karen being used, like your disability or any weaknesses that you have, to be used to be taken advantage of. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen to anybody else. I don't want someone else to feel.
Did you say Karen?
Well, KB, I think her name is Karen.
Okay, yeah. So she is one of my really good friends. I've met her on TikTok. I have numerous messages that I fell back from talking to Karen a lot just because she'll send me long messages about how she wants Kayla to leave her alone, and I'll text Kayla and tell her to leave her alone. Karen has a very limited income.
Why?
And Kayla, she has sent me screenshots where Kayla is messaging her, begging her for money, getting mad at her when she doesn't do it fast enough, stuff like that. Karen is very genuine, and she will help anybody who needs it. And Kayla takes so much advantage of her.
That's what I'm saying.
Makes me so.
It is, and that's what it is, because she knows how to prey on your weaknesses. So if Karen is this kind person, has a big heart, it's going to be difficult for someone with such a big heart to just say no, because then you're going to feel that guilt.
Kylie, is it KB baby?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what her TikTok name is.
That's what it is, because yeah, please do that. If you can get a hold of her, please do that.
She's an older woman.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Karen. I know exactly who they're talking about, because like I said, she sends me long messages of what Kayla's, screenshots of messages that Kayla sent her.
Maybe you should send some of those to her.
I messaged Kayla and told her to I think I told her to stop preying on my friends and stop begging them for money when she doesn't need it, and she read it and never responded.
I think this person's talking to you about the Texan cowboy.
Yeah, I have a couple videos posted of him. I have a couple more to post because he's been live a few more times. I don't know his full name. I haven't looked into that at all. I also saw somebody posted some videos about him this morning, some clips, something about him lying to parole or something. Something about, I guess he had to go to a parole hearing or something, and he expressed remorse, but then he was live saying that he wasn't sorry. He actually wasn't sorry for whatever he did, and he would do it again, and it sounded pretty bad. I just happened to see a post about that this morning.
Heavenly, she said that she had cancer before, like a year ago. She had said she had cancer. She said she had MS. She said she had COPD. She said she had a miscarriage. She said all of these things.
Mind you, she didn't have the stuff going on down there or the miscarriage until I had my miscarriage and I was being tested and having laparoscopies for endometriosis. Then the day I said something about it, the next day she had her miscarriage.
Yeah. No, she never had any of those things.
Wow.
If you have had a miscarriage and had a DNC done, you're gonna have proof.
Saying that, Heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, when I had my miscarriage and I had my DNC done, I had paperwork that I had to sign, consent forms I had to sign, that I could show anybody that I had it done. Where was all that proof when we asked her for it? She didn't have none. She didn't have any papers stating she had a miscarriage. She didn't have any papers stating she had a DNC or the consent forms to have the surgery done. None of that. So I knew that was a lie from the jump.
Kayla picked the wrong group of mods to play the medical card with. The cancer, the miscarriage, the COPD, the MS. She picked the wrong group of mods because this group of mods had either they themselves experienced or had family or close friends experience or go through all these medical issues that she's mentioned. So all of us, depending on what medical issue was, knew the steps that had to be taken and that were taken by the doctors, knew the tests that would be required before something was done or after something or during something. We knew all of that for whatever it was she was saying. So we would question her on that in the live. And it would always be an answer that made no sense. In the chat, we would bring it up as well, and the answers would make no sense. It was just the wrong group of mods. We weren't the type of mods that were just like, okie dokie, if you say so. We questioned, we pushed, we wanted answers. And that's why a majority of us, I think, if not all of us, are blocked. Because whatever she was saying, we gave back and we're like, that's not true. Or this has to be done. Was this done? Like we knew what tests were being done. And then she didn't have an answer for any of it.
It was always an excuse, and then she would try and turn around and flip it on us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, I don't want to.
It was always our fault because of the sadness and the stuff that she was going through because she couldn't take accountability for her own actions.
Yeah. It was always It was always. I don't want to talk about it right now. Now, mind you, she would bring it up in a live or in a video post. And talk about it. And then in a live, we would ask her about it. I don't want to talk about it. Or we'd ask her something with the post. I don't want to talk about it. But then she would say, you can ask me whatever you want. So then people would ask, I don't want to talk about it. Well, either don't talk about something that you don't want others to ask you about, or just, it was just ridiculous with the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, if she already talked about it publicly,
Yeah.
put out a video or talked about it on live, but then when you ask her about it, oh, I don't want to talk about it. You already talked about it publicly
That
in
was
front of
her.
everyone.
That was her response, and that was the same response that you would get in the messages. But as I said, this group of mods, we weren't ones to just sit back. So many had been deceived and lied or scammed by her that it was like, no, we've had enough. So we pushed and we kept pushing.
Thank you for the flowers. I'll follow you back. Well, this is a lot of information. So I'm glad that everybody came back today to talk about all of this. I'm hoping that we can get in touch with Karen. If you
Oh yeah, I
if
can
you
I can
like-
get Karen in here.
Oh, get her. Let's get her in.
Let me see. Let me message her real quick and see if I can get her to come in.
See if you can, because she's been on my page before, but I don't know if she'll come in. I don't want to attack her. I just want her to be informed. Hello. How are you?
Okay, she just read my message, so she's probably gonna hop in. I sent her the love.
I hope so.
Mommy, look. Y'all have kept me company. I've been driving for 3 hours. 3 hours. We just went to genetic testing for my son, and the facility is 3 hours
Oh my
away.
goodness.
Well, an hour and a half away, and then back just for blood work.
Oh my goodness. That's a drive. That's quite a haul. Thank you everybody so much for 14,000 likes. You guys are amazing. I hope she comes in. No? Is everybody there?
Oh, she just messaged me. She can't hop in at the moment.
Okay. All right. If she messages you back, just tell her that we weren't trying to attack her.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely let her know. Karen is very understanding, and she's going to listen to what anybody's got to say. That's one thing about her. And she knows, but I still think that she feels bad, and Kayla's just pushing and pushing and pushing to the point where she does help.
You know what? Maybe you should send Kayla some of those messages.
I think she's got my number. I think she's got my number blocked because I've texted her like 3 times. But you know what? She'll pop up in my people you may know on the Book of Faces. And the only way you're gonna pop up on that is if you're looking somebody up on there, and then you'll pop up in their people you may know.
Would it be okay to cut this portion out and post it on YouTube?
Do what?
Would it be okay to post that part on YouTube?
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I get your permission before I do that.
I would recommend cutting out the part that listed a phone number, editing that out.
I have to edit that.
Yeah.
I have to edit that.
I would recommend cropping that out. I know it sucks to have to do an edit like that, but
You know, I edit most of my videos anyway. It takes a while. But that's okay. I'll edit it. But I also want to get that clip and post because I know that Kayla goes to my YouTube. And she'll see that. She'll see that Karen wants her to leave her alone.
She makes
This
you
is your
feel like
favorite
you're the most
show?
important person in her life. That you are her the bestest friend. She makes you feel like you're just so special. So you feel, as I said earlier, you feel guilty if you can't help her because you think you're her number one, you think you're her bestie, you think you're her only link to anything. But it's just a game. It's just all a game.
Oh, another thing. Remember we were talking about Riley's birthday party last year? And people were sending her money and cakes and stuff. Y'all remember me telling y'all and showing y'all where she sent my son $20 for his birthday on Cash App and said, "Happy birthday, Gatlin"?
Yes, I
But
remember
that
that.
was the same exact time she was asking people for money to buy Riley stuff for his birthday. I sent it back because why are you sending money but you're claiming you can't afford to, throw your son a birthday party? I just, for some reason, it just popped in my head.
Well, I think, let's see, her mods left are Michelle and Don. Oh, wait, no, Don left. Michelle and Shells and Misty. I love it. It's hilarious to me when she goes, "Do I have any mods in here?" That's my favorite part. Do I have any mods in here?
Nope, we all left.
I don't know who that is, Carrie. Oh, Mimi, I think her name is Lavery Grace, isn't it?
Mm.
Isn't it Lavery Grace? Yeah, she is still a mod. She is. Okay, by a show of hands, who reported the CA?
I did.
Sorry, I don't want to be persistent.
I reported it.
Thank you for the follow, Sarah. I did. I do too, Heavenly. I do. And you know what? Ever since I've been following Scam Slam, every time I roll into a scammer's live, I report every time. Every single time. I've been following her for, oh my gosh, I think it's been 2 years, Scam.
Well, thank you.
It's
I'm
been a long time.
actually going to go live myself because two main scammers that I've been covering are both live. So I have to decide which one I'm going to stream. It's either going to be Zev and Nick or Black Mamba.
You know what? I don't know either one of those two.
I think I'm going to do Zev and Nick. Zev and Nick are a couple and they travel all around the world on TikTok's dime. And they say that they are full-time live, that they quit their jobs like a year ago and now they're full-time live streamers. And they rely off the donations of people to travel around the world. They went to Thailand. They had a GoFundMe to go to Thailand, and somebody had the GoFundMe results posted, and just one lady alone donated like $4,000 to that.
Wow. Why?
And
Where are these people at?
like, why didn't they take that $4,000 and take their own trip to Thailand? I have no idea.
Thank you for the follow, Willa.
You know, they received several $1,000s, went to Thailand, and they told people they were gonna, like, you know, they try to act like they're like these travel streamers, you know, but they
Wow.
don't ever really show any like travel stuff or like touristy stuff or like things going on or do you know what I mean? They that when they go live from these places, they're begging for more money. Yeah, they're in Canada now. They went from Thailand to, I think, Vancouver to Cancun, and now they're in Montreal.
Wow.
And they're staying in an Airbnb. Everything is paid for by their followers, and they are the most annoying scammers ever. They try to target people who are lonely and looking for friends. They call everybody their bestie and their bestie queen. And oh, you're so beautiful and gorgeous, my bestie queen.
Wait,
And then
that sounds like Kayla.
And then anybody who donates or gives blessings to their donation train, they do little dances for. They put their hands up in the air and they scream, "Ah, Victoria, Victoria!" And then they dance. They put a song on and they dance, or they'll give lap dances. Like, it's crazy. And they do this for anybody who donates to them so that these people feel special. And they're calling out their name over and over, saying that they're their bestie. It's really, and I like, there's some people that are like, well, you know, they're just being positive and they're spreading love to people because they say they love. They'll be like, I love you infinitely. But no, it's totally disingenuous. I've actually had some people contact me that have had experiences with them, and they are not good people. As soon as I started watching them, I'm like, this is all a scam, and they're totally not genuine when they're saying they love people and they're their besties and all this other stuff. It's just to get into their pockets.
Oh my gosh.
So it's very frustrating because they have, they have people that are donating big bucks to them. So I'm
People get
leaning
all this
toward
money.
I'm leaning towards streaming Zev and Nick, but Black Mamba is live also. And Black Mamba, I have I don't know, I have some issues with because he's actually close to my area. He's actually like 10 minutes from me. Because he shows where he's at, right? And he's always claiming that there's no resources around here, there's no shelters, and I know better. I know better. I know what's in the area. And he'll claim that there's all these issues with transportation, or that there's no food banks, and that he'll say that the weather is this or that, and it's not always accurate. And he'll, try to make like it's colder or hotter than it actually is, so people feel bad for him for being outside.
That's hilarious.
Like,
He thinks nobody lives there but him.
Yeah, like, no, like, I know that there's shelters around, there are resources, there are places where you can get food. He always says there's no jobs around. There's plenty of jobs right around within walking distance of where he is, right? So it's just, I have a special interest in that because he is in my area, and I know that he's lying about a lot of stuff. I caught him in a lie yesterday. People were saying, why are you staying in a hotel and begging for a hotel every day? Wouldn't it be cheaper to find an Airbnb? And he said, oh no, in this area, the Airbnbs are just so expensive. The prices are like out of this world. Like, no. And I looked them up. I went on and I looked them up, and there's some that he could get for like $200 for the week, which is way cheaper than what the hotel is. Which is over $300 for the week. There are Airbnbs that are cheaper. He's lying about that too. Like, I've caught him in so many lies.
Oh my gosh. I love that. It's so fun to catch people in lies, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's easy to do. Like I don't understand why people fall for some of the stuff because a lot of it just requires a simple Google search and you can tell that they're lying, you know?
Like, dang, GoFundMe's for trips is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
my
they have
sister,
GoFundMe's for all these trips.
my nephew suffered a brain injury, and, she made a GoFundMe, to help with medical expenses. Couldn't even get $200 on there, but these people are on here making thousands to go on trips. It never sits right with me.
Mhm. I mean, I could understand if they were actually providing some type of, educational content about the places they were visiting around the world and things like that, but they're not. When they're traveling around, all they're doing is eating and drinking and gardening, if you know what I mean, and
Yeah,
begging.
that's
And they always
crazy.
got money for that too. They always got money for their gardening too.
Oh, of
That is
course.
so crazy.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
daughter heard me talking about cupcakes and candles earlier. Now she thinks we're getting cupcakes and candles. She's like, "Are we going by Walmart to get cupcakes and candles?" And cookies. And cookies now.
So yeah, I'm gonna drop, but if anybody after this ends wants to come and join me, I'm gonna stream Zev and Nick. After I started covering them, I streamed them once before. I got a ton of messages from people that have had experiences with them, and they are very thankful that I am covering them and that somebody is finally bringing them some attention. So I want to try to continue to do that. So
Asking you if you live stream Kayla. I know
I
that
don't.
you did from that.
I think I had her on one night, but it was a while ago. It's hard to catch her on because she's on at like odd late hours. You know what I mean?
I wish someone would stream her because she's got me blocked. Literally every account I make to go watch, she blocks it. It doesn't matter.
I think one night when I was streaming, whoever we were streaming ended, and I looked to see who else was on, and she was on, and I put her on, but then she was ending her stream, so it wasn't very long.
Yeah, because I was getting messages that you told somebody to go get in touch with me.
Yes. Yes. It was only like a week ago. Yes, I was like, somebody share this to Lala Oopsie. Because we're talking about Kayla. But yeah, she wasn't on very long. She was ending, so she wasn't we only covered her for a couple minutes.
Gotcha. All right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank
You
you so
too.
much. Have a good day. All right. All right. Let's see. What did I want to say? Let's see. There was something else, Corinne, you asked if she mentioned our lives. She did mention our lives. She wasn't happy about our live. Because she can't keep us out of her mouth. That's all her content is about us. She can't talk about anything else. She has no content. So yeah, she mentioned us. Wasn't happy about it, but what did she say? First she made a post. Do you follow my YouTube channel? She made a post about how sorry she is, and first she goes, I don't get the hate. I don't get the reason why they hate me so much. And she goes, I guess I do. But then she goes, I'm sorry. But then she comes back and she's dry begging for stuff to start a business.
Yeah, she put on that was the oh my god, that video was she had the waterworks coming. She said, I'm really sorry. I don't know what I did. Oh yes, I kind of do, but I don't. Taking that I don't want anything. If you were planning on sending me a rice something, don't send me nothing. You don't want anything. I'm taking my Amazon wish list down. To anyone I've ever asked anything, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And that was up for maybe less than an hour, and then it was gone, and another video was now up. As Lori said, saying that she wants to do a business.
It's gone. It's always been.
She hasn't taken it down. Oh, and that was the other thing. She, this whole Amazon wish list that she claims people are adding and buying and removing. This is now the fourth or fifth time that she's using the same story, it didn't happen. It's never happened before. But you know, when people don't bite on whatever Kayla's like selling as far as the hate thing, she has to pull you back in somehow. And she has to pull you in by some type of sob story. Because prior to that wish list thing, the Amazon being used again, the video before that, she was fine. Then she posts the Amazon where she's all upset and please don't do this to me. I don't know why you do this. And then the video following right after, she's all peppy again. So it just she just doesn't mesh at all.
She doesn't make sense. No, I don't. Heavenly, not at all. Mm-mm. Did you see her live a couple nights ago? It was not last night. It was the night before. There's no way.
I actually joked in that I was somebody sent me a clip or something, or I think I was watching on rewatch, and it was a time where she was cleaning the toilet, and
Exactly.
she was, I don't know what, like she was hugging the toilet back there or something, and I said to someone, maybe she's reaching for Lori's apology back there. Maybe it's back there somewhere, and she's trying to reach it back there because she was like all over that toilet.
That toilet is nasty. I like how she shames that previous tenant. She shames that previous tenant so bad. But I doubt she's paid the last 2 months' rent, at least. I doubt it. There's no way she can possibly. Thank you for the follow. I doubt she has paid the last 2 months' rent without her working. She said she's way behind on all her bills. Kylie, please make sure that you message the correct Karen, okay? Because I don't want just any Karen getting that message. You can't hear me?
Yeah, her page is KB Baby. I checked on my TikTok to make sure we were talking about the same one.
Okay.
And if y'all know what the profile looks like, I can screenshot it from mine and send it to one of y'all, and y'all can just confirm.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that no other Karen gets a message like that.
But that's the only one I know of that, because like I've been sent screenshots of her still in her chat and stuff still. So that's why I assume that's who you are talking about. You said KB Baby and Karen.
It's capital K, capital B, and then I think it's
I don't call her
underscore
KB.
baby. Thank you, Don. I love our house. It is well, we bought it with a giant hole in my ceiling. And we had quite a project ahead of us. But I'm not afraid of a giant project. So we took on a whole kitchen remodel, and pretty much every room has been remodeled except for the upstairs bathroom. So that's going to be next. And my bedroom. He's working on that now. And you know what? You have so much to be proud of with your bread, because I'm telling you, I wish I could bake bread like that. That bread is, oh my gosh, it looks so amazing. Has anybody ever seen her bread videos? I'm talking about Dawn with the white heart. It looks so amazing. Oh my God. Oh, I asked you, I'm like, oh my gosh, you should start a business and ship it out. They do look amazing. Anyway, does anybody have anything else to add? You know what? I think I have to buy a new phone because my battery is not charging on this phone anymore. You know, it figures because I paid off my phone and now the battery doesn't want to charge anymore. So Who is that? My battery doesn't want to charge anymore. So, I think I have to get a new phone. So, I don't know who that T Paul or Tough Paul is.
I should have to use some money for you to get a new phone or a new battery.
Does anybody know of any deals? Thank you. Does anybody know of any deals right now? I mean, Verizon has, I have them right now, but honestly, I just feel like I always had a very high bill while I had to pay for my phone. But when my phone is paid off, it's more affordable. Does anybody have?
I just got Verizon. I got the 16 Plus and an Apple Watch for like $70 a month.
How do people get these deals?
Because you have to do it when they're doing the deals to get that price. So like I would just watch your thing, and then when they're doing a deal, you can trade yours in on whatever that deal is. So like my Apple Watch, I think I only pay like $13 a month for, and it's got service and all.
Okay. So is that a locked in price until it's paid off?
You said what? I'm sorry.
Locked until it's paid off?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, like my first bill was like $200, but that was because the activation charge and stuff like that. But after that, it went down to like $70 a month.
Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to have to go because I know my phone is going to die. It's down to 14% and it's going to shut off. I just know it. I started at 100% when we started this live. I am so sorry. I love that we're doing this though. And I'm going to post this on YouTube as soon as I edit it. Is that okay with everybody? Hello?
That's fine with me. Do you want to check about the Karen situation first before you put that part? You want me to send you a screenshot of who I'm talking about?
Do you want me to send you, well, unless she's blocked me, I will send you the correct Karen.
Yeah, that's fine. You can send it to me. I don't mind.
Okay. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate every one of you, and I love you all. Thank you so much for coming in. And I'll see you next week. Let's do this once a week, okay? Smooches, bitches. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.